I mean, there's videos that come out fucking weekly of the diaper brigades getting smoked by people over and over again because like there was reports from Israel. I was reading some Israeli news like talking about how they have to keep their APCs like the lid of the APC open because it gets too hot. But instead, we could do. This is another content creator called GDF.
Yeah, who's GDF?
His name is off of. I think it was originally off of Gaddafi, but he has a. Hold on, where is it? He made a video about like Israel and movies and like Hollywood and like Hasbara in Hollywood. And I was watching it yesterday, and I think I can like continue watching it from this point on. We only watched the first 6 minutes, where he basically goes into great detail about this actress Julia Redgrave.
Another film she was
and she made like a documentary movie about like Arafat, and she was basically blackballed by Hollywood, including her counterparts like that had done radical things at the time, like Jane Fonda. And her co-star Jane Fonda was actually criticizing her. Apparently Jane Fonda, I didn't know, was like kind of a major Zionist. But yeah, here, we'll just continue from this point on.
Discovered film. The Israeli expel that maul the number of pro-Palestine voices there are in the industry, the consequences that people face for speaking out, and the bias in movies that have long been pro-Israel and outright propagandistic. Indeed, some films have been made with the expressed purpose of serving as propaganda, which we'll see shortly. The Israeli government has provided assistance to a number of big-budget films, some that have had a lasting impact. When the Palestine conflict is covered, Israelis are typically victims, and even when they commit excesses, it's for the greater good in the end. The ends justify the means. The Palestinians, on the other hand, fight without moral principles, are unreasonable, bloodthirsty. Films have shaped how Americans view Palestinians, Arabs, Muslims, and the U.S.-Israel relationship. It seems clear that the image of Israel as a strategic asset of the United States was, at least in part, manufactured by Hollywood with the active assistance of the Israeli government. That might sound like a conspiracy theory, but it is well documented, particularly in Hollywood and Israel, A History, by Tony Shaw of the University of Hertfordshire and Israeli historian Giora Goodman of the Kinneret College on Lake Tiberias. The book draws extensively on the Israeli State Archives, IDF archives, U.S. State Department records, and numerous collections of personal papers from figures in both the American and Israeli film industries. It's an impressive work of scholarship, whatever the underlying sympathies of its authors. It's worth reading to understand what Hollywood produced and released for theaters in America and indeed around the world about Israel, Muslims, and terrorism, and how those films covered Palestinians. Hey everybody, due to the content of my videos, I'm not advertiser friendly, so if you want to support my work, consider becoming a patron for access to exclusive content and the GDF Discord server. I also accept donations. Thank you so much to everyone who has become a patron and donated. Love you all, thank you.
Until the food gets
Hollywood's first feature-length film about the birth of Israel was released.
What were you going to say?
I remember watching Taken, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was like the first Taken. And first of all, the guys were like Albanians.
Yeah,
right? They were like Muzzy Albanians, right? That did the initial part of it. But then I thought, you know what? Look, they got the Muslims as the low-level crime guys. Like it's okay for a Hollywood film. Like, you know, the Muzzies are the middlemen. You know, they're not the real. They're not the real evil ones here.
Yeah.
Then it was like some kind of like Russian, you know, guys that were selling off these women or whatever. And then they sold off his daughter to who at the end? It was like an Arab sheikh.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, God. Like, we couldn't just have one film where we're not the head bad guy in all of this. Oh, man, these Arabs, man.
Yeah, those Arab sheikhs are more pro-Israel than the average American, so.
Yeah, exactly. And they always make them out to be like the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
In 1949.
They are bad.
It was
just
called
not in the ways
Sword
think.
in the Desert from Universal International Pictures, directed by George Sherman. Though, according to Goodman and Shaw, Sword in the
nuts, man.
Desert's chief creator was Robert Buckner, a Gentile who both wrote and produced the movie inspired by a short story he had penned after visiting Palestine while a journalist in the mid-1930s. Arabs are largely subtracted
Do you know
from
what?
the
I was
story
thinking about
of
this,
Israel's
right? I was thinking, like, what Palestinians need to do, right? Or the general movement is we need to start a comic, like a superhero, Palestinian superhero, and make like the Avengers, but the Avengers of the Middle East, of like these good guys that fight back.
Yeah, I mean, Watermelon Watermelon Pictures is doing
Yes.
a lot of great.
That's Alana, isn't it?
work.
Alana Hadid?
Yeah, Alana
Yeah.
Hadid. So there is definitely
Because that's what has to happen.
Yeah, there are definitely attempts to like just create, because there's so much art that comes out of
Resistance.
a lot of this. Yeah, a lot of this like a lot of these experiences, and it's great that there are at least some people that are trying to use their more privileged positions to change that dynamic.
Well, do you know, I actually think, like, look, you know, for a long, long time, the culture in the Middle East, like Arabs in general, you know, they when they do charity, right, yeah, their idea of charity is let's give food, water, build a mosque.
Yeah.
But they'll never ever think to themselves, actually, let's invest our money in politics. Let's back a politician. You know what I mean? Let's start a grassroots movement. Let's have a think tank. You know? They don't think like that, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes and no, because like,
But no, what I'm saying,
there are structural hurdles.
yeah.
against that.
There are structural hurdles, but what I'm saying is like the mentality and the thought process for Arabs in general isn't like that. But this second generation and third generation of Arabs are way more sophisticated, and they are beginning now to really awaken since this. Like the art, like, you know, the music now that's coming out, like, you know, the pro-Palestine music that's coming out, like they're bangers now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The artwork, the artistic flair, the poetry. How many journalists now are coming out and starting their own, like, essentially pro-Palestine podcasts and stuff like that? Like, it's really beginning to change now. Like, the whole Middle East dynamic is changing.
Yeah.
the pair write. Though Arab characters do appear, they do so only fleetingly. They hardly speak, but simply spit on the ground, and are presented as lazy, foolish, and determined to wipe out the Jews.
It is crazy that like that
Interesting.
propaganda has not really changed at all, like, either. They just still run the same route every time.
The film revolves
But
around the
I don't
conflict
get it, man.
between
Like,
the Zion.
I don't get, like, why Israeli stand-up comedians and Israeli comedy is just so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
And yet, like, you know, like
That's how you know. That's how you know it's different from like the rest of the Jews around the world, because like
they're hilarious. They're so good at music.
It's just ridiculous. Like it's just so it's almost German. Like Israeli comedy has like a Nazi tint associated with it because they're too angry and too hateful about the existence of Arabs and Palestinians and Muslims as a whole around them to actually do something funny.
Have you ever done like a review of like Israeli comedians doing like stand-up?
Oh yeah,
And just like how bad it is.
Yeah, they love bombing.
Yeah, they do. I saw this one guy yesterday. It was like a little clip, and he was like going, "Oh, you know, they're saying there's starvation in Gaza. There's no starvation. Have you seen some of the images come out? There's a kid holding up a sign, and it's saying, 'Feed me, I'm hungry.' And he's got one arm here, and one arm there.
Yeah.
You know, because it's AI. He's got 3 arms, and I'm just like, and the audience were like howling with laughter. And I was just like going, well, man, is this it really?
Yeah, here, you want to see Israeli comedy? Here it is. Me too, my political opinions. What are my political opinions? I'm left wing. I'm for peace. I'm for 2 states, for 2 peoples. But I'm in favor of... That's the truth. I'm a leftist, but I'm extremely towards the right wing. I'm for peace. I'm for the violence. That's my opinion. It's just like, this is not even... You're just doing it's a joke.
It's like, just imagine,
Yeah,
like...
we should just continue doing genocide.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, ha ha ha, that's so funny.
Yeah, let's just kill 1 million children.
Yeah.
נלך על כפיים? כן? לא, כי הבן לבן זה מביך. מה שיביא את השלום זאת לא יונה עם מלא של זית, זה טנק סיפור. זה מה שיביא את השלום? קיצר, אז תמיד אני אומר שאני לא אדם פוליטי.
This is so bad that I feel like it's satire.
Well, it is. Like people. The thing is, what you've got to remember is like in 50 years' time, in 20 years' time, people are going to watch this. Like these comedians, when they talk about how was this consented, and they're going to look at like the Israeli population, they're going to look at this,
Yeah.
and they're going to go, really?
No, that's what that's what gives me so much confidence as well. Because like in the YouTube space that I'm in, there's like a lot of these like pro-Israel dipshits out there.
Yeah.
And like they can't openly admit how much they, love and praise Israel for its genocidal actions usually. So they have to like do like some kind of defense of Israel by like attacking its critics,
Right. Yeah.
myself included.
Yeah.
And I always think that like
So beautiful.
since like the attitude has shifted, like
Yeah.
people are going to go back and look at what you said and they're going to be reminded you
Yeah, yeah.
posted this shit on your own. Like you posted your position on your own thinking that Israel was going to become increasingly more popular somehow because you're so insane.
Like Megyn Kelly when she was like going, oh, it's all Pallywood. I don't believe these images
Oh my God.
of children.
I
Like,
know.
it's so bad, isn't it, man?
Yeah. But it's like, I'm reminded that like eventually people are going to look back at that and they're going to remember what you said and they're going to be like, you were a piece of shit. They're not going to let you get away with it is what I mean. Yeah,
Hasan,
have you seen this one? This one's the Colombia anti-Semitism.
No, I haven't seen this.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen this, right? Let's get
Oh
stuck in,
God,
boys.
it's so bad. It's so unfunny.
Hi everyone, we are live on YouTube with Colombia Anti-Semitic News, where everyone is welcome. LGBTQH.
H?
Hamas.
Yeah, I totally sim Hamas.
Yeah.
It's so trending right now.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Do you know why it's true? Because it rhymes. Just look at all this toxic Zionist propaganda. Kidnapped in Gaza. Does this look like Gaza to you?
Yeah, bro, I have no idea what Gaza looks like.
And they're smiling. Do hostages smile? Zionist liars.
Totally sus.
Do they
Like Israel can't do anything that's not a war crime. Like even this is supposed to be comedy, but in my opinion, this is a war crime. Like the fact that they just like posted this, they were so proud of it. They're like, this is so funny.
I'm actually blown away with how bad this is.
Yeah,
like they've not even added
Bro,
fake laughter into this.
This is the premiere. Like this is their SNL, bro.
This is SNL.
This is the Israeli SNL. Yes. Yeah.
think we're stupid?
Stupid? I major in queer post-colonial astrology. Ew. Jews make the world dirty.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm racist fluid.
Exactly. And now for a little break from all this activism, we want to say hello to our BFF,
Bestie freedom fighter.
Abu Fatwa in Gaza. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum as-salam, and inshallah, Allah will heal all infidels.
Thank you so much for joining us. Love the headpiece, the all oppression chic. Very drip.
Mr.
Once again, the average Hamas militant or the average Palestinian Islamic Jihad militant, I'm not even going to talk about like PFLP, DFLP. If they were to actually correspond with an American, which is illegal, of course, if they were to actually correspond with an American, they would not harbor this level of resentment towards the average American, especially a pro-Palestinian average American, as opposed to the average Israeli soldier that literally has so much anger and resentment towards America for like not supporting Israel sufficiently, in spite of the fact that they get unlimited funds. So even when they talk about this shit, it's just like, it's projection.
Like
It's projection.
I'm shocked that this is this real? Is this their SNL?
This is their SNL, yeah. Yeah, it's like Mr. Fatwa. His last name is Fatwa.
Fatwa. How are you? Are you safe?
Oh yes, I'm safe. I'm in a tunnel under the Gaza hospital. Above me, I have Allah and 2 million civilians protecting me.
Community is so important these days.
Do you need like humanitarian aid, food, fuel, medicine?
It's okay, I have everything. I'm only hungry for rockets.
As long as it's organic.
Yeah.
I wish I just could be there with you.
You can come to Gaza anytime and we will throw you from the roof, you homosexual dirt.
Do you hear? Bro, want to throw me a rooftop party.
They are so welcoming and inclusive.
So, shukran. And you are also very welcome to come here to America.
We will come. First, we finish with Israel, and America is next.
Great! So, I guess we'll see you soon.
Yes, it will be a blast.
Can't wait. It will be so multicultural.
Ya Allah, you are so stupid.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's because of Hamas that people.
This is so bad.
It's because of Hamas that people can't go into the Gaza Strip and not because
It's
Israel.
like
Israel will literally blow you up.
Do you know? I just feel like they have this like checklist of like, look, these are all the Hasbara talking points.
Yeah.
We have to get this in this comedy sketch.
A buddy of mine, Will Menaker, he's on Chapo Trap House.
Yeah.
That's their podcast. He wants to clock this so perfectly when talking about conservatives and their inability to do humor because they get so angry in the process of like trying to craft a joke that they just start like yelling out whatever like racist diatribes they have in their minds, where it's like nothing here is like structured like a joke because they're so horny to just like be like they're under tunnels under the hospitals, they have human shields, like they want to just like get all the talking points out so they can't even like make a joke.
And you know the worst part about it as well, which I think people don't realize the subtlety of it, is the fact that the way that they mock Americans, like fellow American citizens, by like having them have this like pink hair, blue hair, that they're so stupid and they're so dumb.
Yeah, they don't even understand they're gay, but they're pro Hamas.
Yeah, like all of this kind of like, do you know, it's like when Netanyahu came to Congress and he was like going, "Oh, these useful idiots outside."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you had all of Congress giving him a round of applause for calling Americans idiots.
Yeah.
Like even if you're against what those Americans were marching for or protesting against, right? Yeah. Are you going to let a foreign leader of a country call fellow Americans idiots?
They will, because they're
but that's what I mean. Like, it's just, to me, it's just crazy. Like, I could hate whoever's outside, but if they're a fellow countryman, I'm not going to let some foreigner go in there and insult my fellow countrymen in my halls of power.
Also, those people out there, they're paying for Israel's bombs. Okay, as American taxpayers. Without those guys paying their taxes, you get no bombs. No, so shut the fuck up.
But remember, they're so masculine. You know, these guys on the right, they're so masculine. But, you know, they'll let somebody absolutely insult their home, their people, and give them a round of applause. But they're so strong.
Yeah.
And powerful
they're so unimaginably cucked.
They're so strong.
This administration is letting Benjamin Netanyahu do the exact same shit that he did to Biden.
They're so strong.
While still trying to masquerade as like big, strong, macho men.
Wow.
It's so lame.
You so much, Abu. We love you.
I won't even bother you. It's a waste of bullets.
Good vibes only.
It's better you just yourself.
Okay, bye.
Die.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be Jews free. Yeah, that sounds better.
It is better.
So good.
What are the comments on
comedy?
That, like?
You can sense the desperation and the loneliness in this video. The world knows. This feels like an episode of The Boys with Vought trying to desperately look like they're the victims. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing Malcolm X. Well, they weren't doing a good job. They weren't doing a good job making me sympathize with Israel at all.
That was so bad.
Yeah. Do Israelis find this funny? I knew the bar was low, but damn. We will look back on this in the same way we look back at caricatures of Jewish people that were drawn in 1933 to 1945 Germany.
100%.
Yeah. There's no use. The world sees you crystal clear now. This might be the most insane thing I've ever seen. As an American, I have no idea what's happening to my country. Okay, this guy's, I think, pro the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like... This is the most dystopian thing I've seen in a minute. It's like
an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
It's like an episode of Black Mirror. It's nuts.
Oh, this was the other Israeli comedian, Yoni Kletzel. An Israeli-American comedian named Yoni Kletzel made jokes about starvation and dead Palestinian babies. He thinks this is funny, but it's one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard.
Film just got an award at the Oscars. Yeah, it's weird. I actually don't believe that Palestinian films should win any awards ever. Because they only know how to play one role, victim. You know, it's like my family is so starving. They only got 5 trucks of humanitarian aid. Please donate. Link in the bio. It's the only shit they know how to play. No, okay, they know how to play one more thing. Fake dead baby. Yeah, I don't know why they can't fucking nail that role. They never landed, right? It's like all you have to do is lay down and not move. You want to see me win a Palestinian Oscar right now? Thank you so much, everybody! And the Oscar goes to Mohammed, thank you!
I mean, even the room is not with that at all. There was one guy that clapped. Like, you go to
the guy at the clap probably thought he was special needs and is just trying to encourage him.
He's just, yeah, he's like, this is, I am an artist from Israel and this is my art. The one guy clapping is his mom. Yeah. It's like, this is,
The one guy clapping is Netanyahu.
Yeah. This is great.
Honestly, sometimes I wish I grew up in Gaza. Because I would be like a Hollywood superstar.
Oh my! I can't finish this. I can't finish. I can't finish. It's so bad. It's so bad. You demanded this for some reason.
So bad. No,
you demanded this
because I just think to myself like, how are these people like occupying us all the time? Like, it's so bad. They lack so much imagination.
Well, they're not even. They wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't like a captive population that they control all of the food and all the aid that goes into it. And even then, they still have a hard time. I mean, there's videos that come out weekly of the diaper brigades getting smoked by people over and over again because, like, there is reports from Israel. I was reading some Israeli news, like, talking about how they have to keep their APCs, like, the lid of the APC open because it gets too hot.
Yeah,
it gets too hot in there. And normally, like, you're not even supposed to use, like, armored personnel carriers or tanks in, like, close quarters, like urban environments like that, regardless. Because
you also need to have, soldiers around.
Yeah, you have to have infantry cover. Infantry offers support and cover, but they're too scared, and that's the reason why they only like bomb from the air, and even then, like, because they don't have infantry, they still have like their $10-20 million Merkava tanks get destroyed and turned into a metal coffin for all of the former babies within the Israeli diaper force. Oh.
Wow.
Anyway, let's get back to this video.
Zionist forces and the British. Israeli officials were pleased with the film, recognizing its propaganda value. Reuven Daphne was the first Israeli consul in Los Angeles.
Do we stop streaming?
No. I eat on camera.
You eat on camera?
Yeah.
Man, that's what. So you just like chill, everyone's...
Yeah. I chill. I eat on camera.
Do you like give like everyone a cue as well, like, and just say, "Hey guys, I'm going to order food. You order food." So we're all eating together, and like
some people do it. Some people,
and then they're like, "Oh, I've got this," in the comments, and like it's a whole vibe.
They yell at me. There's people that come in and be like, "Why are you always eating?" Because it's like, "Are you tuning in at the same time every day? That's why you see me eating." But yeah, that's how it goes.
A well-placed liaison between Hollywood and the Israeli government.
Dr. NOT HasanAbi even burps on cam.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Perlman was an Israeli military spokesman,
in front of the
but
camera,
perhaps
bro.
more importantly,
you need to take a step back.
He was Israel's most important Hasbara official in
What was it like when
Feroz
was here, Dr. Feroz when he was telling you about like what was going on in Gaza? What was it like with him?
I mean, it was pretty serious for the most part. We didn't really like crack jokes that much, I'll be honest. I feel like he's
Wait, he's a trauma surgeon.
Yeah. So wait, what did you do before?
I'm an emergency physician.
Okay.
So I'm an emergency physician, and I suppose everybody has the different specialties in medicine bring out the different personalities, right?
Yeah.
Someone like Dr. Feroz, if I was in a major trauma, I would want him to be my surgeon, not just because he has a calming voice when he consents me to amputate.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But also because like these people are very, very methodical. So he's methodical in the way that he talks. He's methodical in the way that he thinks. And that's good for what he needs to do. And that's what led him down the route of becoming a trauma surgeon.
Yeah.
And he's a very intelligent man. I really like the guy.
And he works at Oakland too. So it's like, that's like an area where there's a lot of need. Obviously he's like not even comparable to Gaza, as he said too.
Yeah.
Even then, like.
Yeah, but he's just, he's good at what he does.
Yeah.
The thing is with me is like me being an emergency physician, right? And like it suits my personality, right? I thrive under chaos. I've played professional sports.
Yeah.
That intense pressure where you've got the ball and you have to make a play with it. Do you know what I mean? Those life and death decisions that you have to make when you're in the OR and like, how to treat someone, when to give them this drug and quickly someone needs resuscitation. all of these things. And also as well, like, I mean, I'm more of a people person, you know, so like, I can talk to anyone about anything. Yeah. And because I've come from all these different walks of life or whatever, in the ER, you'll get somebody who's come in with a sprained ankle. You'll get a single mother who's come in with her sick child. You'll get the old lady who's coming in with a heart attack. You know, you'll get the guy who's on holiday who's got a bit of gastroenteritis. You know, you get everybody that comes in through the ER. So you've got to be able to interact with everybody. So it suits my personality, you know, being this guy from all these different walks of life, work under pressure. ER suits me. But what you'll find is with a lot of ER doctors, and I get along with a lot of ER doctors more so than surgeons and stuff like that, is like, as an ER doctor, we tend not to have egos like, say, surgeons do, right?
We did talk about that with him.
What did he say?
Because I was talking to him about The Pit.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? It's an HBO show.
Oh, right. Okay.
That
Yeah.
came out about like emergency room, and there's like apparently there is that dynamic between like surgeons and like emergency room doctors. Just like you described it. They reflected on that on the Pit.
Yeah. But that's what it is. I mean, look, as an emergency physician, it's like if you do jiu-jitsu or a form of martial arts, right? Yeah. There's no way that you can know everything, right? If you're a surgeon, right? Yeah, and you're a subspecialist, you know about like 2 or 3 surgeries, like the back of your hand. You're the expert. You know, even if you're an orthopedic surgeon, you have like an upper limb orthopedic or lower limb or a spinal, or it's one area that you focus on. So what you become is you know a lot about a little, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, that's where like also that breeds the arrogance and stuff like that. Like there's nothing about this surgery, about this particular body part that you can ask me that I won't know. Mm-hmm. But with an emergency physician, you are humbled every single day. Even if you are like got 40 years of experience, you might see something in the ER that you've never seen before. And it might be a junior doctor that might spot it and you won't. Because as an ER doctor, you have to know a little about everything.
Yeah.
Right, about every organ, every body part. So you get humbled real quick in the ER. And you know that whatever comes through the door, there are actually other people that might have more experience than you when it comes to this. Especially when you go to a different part of the world. There's a different culture. You know what I mean? So like the presentations are a bit different. You know, when I was in Glasgow, I worked in Glasgow, right? Mm-hmm. And there's this area called the Buckfast Triangle, right? Mm-hmm. And Buckfast is a drink.
You saw a Glaswegian smile?
Yeah.
Smile?
Yeah. You see the Glaswegian smile, right?
Yeah.
But this Buckfast Triangle area was this drink, and it's like it's like 90% alcohol, right?
Uh-huh.
And 90% of Buckfast, the drink, is sold in this little triangle outside of Glasgow. That's where 90% of it's called. It's called the Buckfast Triangle, right?
I got to get it when I go.
Mate, you've got to get it, right? But it would be so, because this was like my first job as a junior doctor. Mm-hmm. But I remember like, there were like guys that were so addicted to alcohol that they would jump off their beds and they would run, you know, to the alcohol gel that you wash in.
Yeah.
And they would drink the alcohol gel. So it got to a stage where like there was no alcohol gel anywhere to like wash your hands. It would all be behind the doctor's station and it would be chained to the wall.
Oh, wow.
Like
actual so people would just steal it.
Yeah, because people would steal it and the patients would drink it. Because remember, if they get admitted in the hospital for like 2-3 days, they'll start getting withdrawals. So then they'll not want the diazepam or whatever you give them drugs wise. They'll want the actual alcohol. So they'll start drinking like the alcohol gel and stuff like that. So like these are things that you would only see in certain parts of the world that you see this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. In Perth, where I am in Australia, it's the meth capital of the world. The meth capital of the world.
Yeah.
So in Glasgow, I was seeing like alcoholism, but in Perth, you were seeing like meth. When I first arrived to Australia, I didn't know how to deal with someone that had like meth. Because in the UK, like the drug dealers are so good in the UK that they bring all the fine stuff. Whereas in Australia, like the regulations are so tight that none of the good stuff gets in. Yeah. So therefore, patients make their own synthetic.
Oof.
So that's what makes then like, you know, you'd have people coming in the OR and like you would give them like 30 milligrams of Midaz. Now, to put it in perspective, like if you give me 5 milligrams of Midaz, you'd probably put me out cold, right? We were giving people 30 milligrams of Midaz and they were still running around untouched. There was one guy where we gave him like 40 milligrams or something like that of Midaz, something ridiculous, like stuff that would kill a normal person, right? Yeah. It put him to sleep for 3 minutes and then he woke up again and started running around, like punching nurses and stuff like that. Like that's what meth does. So if you've never dealt with that, you'd never understand that. So like that's like differences in like the different doctors. Like your environment that you work in, it brings in different types of personalities.
Yeah.
And that's why emergency physicians are the best. So shout out to all the emergency physicians out there.
Yeah, we're not with the surgeons. No, I'm kidding.
You can't.
Desert was a rather mediocre picture, Reuven Daphne confided to Moshe Perlman, but one which, quote, will do us a tremendous service wherever it's shown. Gershon Agron, now head of all the Israeli government's domestic information services, congratulated Daphne for his part in the film, underscoring the role that Israeli government officials had in American-made films about Israel. Indeed, the Israeli consul had several script conversations with the director. The first American film to be set in Israel and made there was The Juggler, starring Kirk Douglas. This film covered not the war, but a Jewish refugee's journey to Palestine, emblematic of the fledgling state's mass absorption of immigrants. The story of The Juggler was created by Michael Blankfort, a New York-born Jewish screenwriter and novelist. Daphne told Perlman that the author should be given as much help as possible to turn out a good script. Blankfort subsequently spent 2 months touring Israel. In 1951, the film rights to the novel were sold to Stanley Kramer, who produced the film. But there was probably no force that linked the United States and Israel more firmly in the 1950s than the sense of partnership in a common Judeo-Christian civilization. And Hollywood played a crucial role in forging this joint mission through the production of blockbuster biblical and ancient world films.
Shout out to Taryn.
In these, the ancient people of Israel were romanticized as
the stream.
Oh, hell yeah.
Invincible heroes, sagacious kings, fiery prophets, and God-fearing folk. Their enemies, Philistines, Egyptians, Romans, were depicted as godless heathens and power-hungry dictators.
Here we go.
Cecil B. DeMille's biblical epics made millions of dollars for Barney Balaban's Paramount in the late 1940s and 1950s. DeMille was, of course, the master of the genre. His Samson and Delilah, released in 1949, cost a whopping $3 million. The film was a smash hit, winning 2 Oscars. The script was partly based on the novel Judge and Fool by Ze'ev Jabotinsky, founder of revisionist Zionism, from which the Irgun and Lehi paramilitaries emerged. Jabotinsky was even listed as a scriptwriter in the credits, long dead at this point. 10 years later came Ben-Hur, which won 11 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Director, awarded to William Wyler. Goodman and Shaw write of the film. Publicity for Ben-Hur heavily emphasized the choice of Israeli actor Haya Harari as Ben-Hur's love interest, Esther.
Man, there's not a lot of guacamole
further
for
encouraging
such a big
viewers to link America and Israel and the ancient Hebrews with those who now lived in the Jewish state. In addition, in making the most of the alliance between Ben-Hur...
Hold on, let's see. All right, let's take a look. So I think this might be the chat. Is this a birria or is it not?
They can't see it. They can't see it. There we go.
Or is this just the tacos?
What is that?
Oh, this is the birria. Okay, good. So this is just the extra tacos, like wet tacos, kind of.
That's
like
the extras, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, as a side, I wanted you to try it.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting hungry, guys. I'm getting hungry.
I just got myself.
I'm getting hungry.
Here's some
what are these?
Chips if you want chips. And then there's your burrito. There it is. That's your food. And then the rest is for your friend and my mom.
I'll wait for you, Hasan. No, bro. I'll wait for you. We'll enjoy it together. This is crazy. I can't believe I want to say. You know, this is the first time I've ever done streaming, by the way. Never streamed before in my life. This is crazy, man. I can't believe people do this. I don't know. Maybe I should start streaming. What do you guys think? Maybe I should start streaming. Be the Palestinian Hasan Piker.
What is that? Oh, you are taking over? Hell yeah. All right, this is the dessert.
Okay, this is the dessert. Okay.
Somewhere.
I'll put it over there. Okay.
And then there's some sauces in here as well if you want to try them.
What's that like? Oh, like
different sauce.
Oh, okay.
Salsas.
Okay. Man, I am getting excited, guys. I'm getting excited.
All right. dig in. Get started. I gotta pee real quick. Still, so you can get started already. Give it your honest take.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna try this burrito. It's double wrapped. Sorry, guys. We're gonna have to try and get through this second wrap. Here we go. He pees on the camera too. Right, here we go. Oh. Here we go, guys. We're ready. I don't think I've ever said Bismillah before I ate, so sorry about that. Bismillah min awwal wa akhiru. That's what you say. You know, look, the first bite. There was a lot of bread in there, but you know, let's go for another bite and see what happens. Sorry, guys. It feels weird eating on camera in front of everyone. I put on some like Ben Shapiro stuff because I know you love dunking on him. I know you love dunking on Ben Shapiro, and
I do.
And it's always hilarious when you dunk on him.
How do you like it so far?
You know what, man?
You don't with it?
No, I like it, man. This is like authentic beef and shrimp. Like these guys haven't skimped out on like the quality here.
No, it's good. Oh my god. Oh, that one is bomb too.
Is that
Yeah, don't worry, the beans are not touching anything, so that's all halal.
I'm loving this, man.
Wow. But yeah, in order not to give them mouth noises, I just usually do salsa. Why are you eating Chipotle of all things? It's not Chipotle, man. Shut the fuck up. Oh, and you're supposed to dip the taco in this? Is this a beef consomme?
Why is everyone saying you're a bad Muslim on this?
Oh, because I eat pork. I don't care. I do everything.
You're like a liberal Muslim.
Like, the joke is, the one thing Muslims don't do
is pork.
And even then, I don't care about that either. So that's why I'm a bad Muslim. Here's some napkins.
Wow. You are a bad Muslim.
Yeah.
What would you describe your religious affiliation as?
I mean, I say I'm culturally Muslim, but like, it's because I grew up in a Muslim country, you know, I'm a Muslim family. But the way I see it is like, if there is a Jannah, you know, when I get there, I don't think God is gonna be like, you ate some pork, man. That's pretty tough. You know, you tried to be a good person your whole life, but a little bit of pork, I don't know about that. That's just the way I think about it.
Well, it's true. I mean, you know, it's not going to condemn you to hell.
Oh,
a little bit of pork.
It's so bomb.
What is that?
It's beef consomme.
Okay.
Almost. Here.
Sorry, you just put it there in the middle. It's all good. No, you just put it where you are. I'll come to you, bro.
All right. I just don't want you to spill it on yourself on accident.
You're a naughty man. You are a naughty man.
It's good.
You've done this before.
It's good, right? Yeah. God damn.
Oh, this is good.
It's good.
You have done this before, haven't you?
That beef consomme is.
So you're a cultural Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
God's not going to send you to hell because you eat pork.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I mean, everything that you said there is true. He's not going to send you hell because you eat pork. These are all forgivable things.
Yeah, that's the way I see it.
Do you believe in God, though?
I don't know.
You're agnostic.
Yeah.
I only ask you all these questions because it's interesting to me, like, what your moral compass is. Like, where do you get your moral compass from?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not religion.
So where does it come from?
I think that everyone is just...
What's that, by the way?
What?
What are them sauces?
This is just mayo, I think. So...
Oh, I'll have some mayo.
Oh, you want some mayo? Here.
Nice, please don't be hiding that from me.
That's...
Yeah, go on. Tell me.
The way I see it is... or no, it might be sour cream. Or maybe it is mayo. I don't know. Is it mayo?
I really don't know, but it tastes good. But go on. Tell me.
Is crema sour cream, not mayo? Is it? Wait, let me see. I didn't even taste it. Hold on. Ooh. It's fine. No, it is mayo. Or maybe it is. It's not.
Do you have a bottle opener? Or do I just go on this table here and
No. Hold on. I got you.
So welcome back to Dr. Mo's stream. How's everyone doing? Today's show, we're going to be featuring Hasan Piker. We're going to be talking to him today about the meaning of life, God, what he believes in. It's going to be a very deep, impactful show. And here is our guest coming on the show, Hasan Piker. Welcome. Back to our talk about...
Are you a big eater? You eat a lot or no?
You know, it depends. It really depends. Sometimes I am like it's silly what I can eat. And then other times, like, you know, I have like 5'3" girls put more away than me. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe I have a serious bloating issue. When I'm not bloated, I can eat.
I'm an eater. I love eating. I can't stop.
But what happened to you? Like, you know, because you went through a fat phase, didn't you?
Yeah, I was fat when I was growing up. Yeah.
No, like recently. Then you got back in
during
shape.
COVID. I gained weight.
What was that like? Because I've gained weight. I've not been training as much as I should, and I'm looking terrible compared to what I was.
I mean, it hit me up mentally.
Yeah.
I was very depressed. People want me to answer the moral compass question.
Yes.
I wasn't avoiding it. So, moral compass wise, like I think of everyone as I would myself. Like, do unto others what you would want others to do to you is my.
That's a religious phrase, a religious quote.
But I don't
so
think
you're getting that moral philosophy.
I don't think it's like I didn't learn it from religion, is what I mean. I'm just like, this is my own.
But you see, if we don't
assessment.
come from anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we come from nothing, right? Mm-hmm. Then what is moral and what is immoral? Because if there's no God that exists and we're all here by pure coincidence and chance, and you know we're just then essentially a bunch of chemicals, right? That have come together and formed this biological mass. So therefore, like, nothing that you do is ethical or not ethical. It's just a change of configuration of chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean about, like, then where does the moral compass come from? Like, what's this inside you that's telling you that this is right and this is wrong? Is it a feeling? And if it is a feeling, that this is right or wrong, then that feeling is just a dopamine hit. It's just chemicals again.
For sure. But
so this is what I mean about, like, if you think about it really deeply, if you don't believe in God and you just believe that we are just a bunch of we're just some biology with some chemicals, then you saying, like, I'm doing this because this is what feels right. You know, this is what I think this is what makes me feel good, so I make someone else feel good. What you're basically saying is this chemical process in my brain, I'm reciprocating this chemical process in my brain, which again then has no meaning, because then doing something bad to someone is just a different form of chemical messages.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, again, it comes back to the question of where do you get your moral compass from? Sorry about going into theology, guys. I know I'm a doctor, but I didn't tell you I was also a doctor of philosophy. I'm not a doctor of philosophy, by the way, but I'm just throwing it out there. So go on, tell me.
I think human beings are here for a short period of time, and as a human being myself, I want to maximize my own enjoyment, and I want to limit the amount of pain that I experience.
Yep.
In moderation, of course. There's, you know, there is even more enjoyment that you can derive out of, like, periods of adversity and struggle in the end. And if that's what I want for myself, then I assume others also want that as well. And as long as you know, I can get other people on board with this to the best of my ability, then I believe that everyone else will be able to live in a better world, to try and minimize others' suffering to the best of our collective ability.
Yeah, I understand. Still doesn't quite answer where he gets his moral compass from, but I appreciate him trying.
That's just how it is. Like, it's not like, I don't care if it's like probability or God. I think as long as the outcome is like that you're working to better mankind, better society.
Yeah.
To help others alleviate pain, and that's great.
I genuinely respect that. I want to see a better society for everyone. So, of all these religions right now, which one do you think makes the most sense?
I don't think any. I think it's all a
So you think they're all irrational?
No, I think it's all a contextualization of experiences that we've had, and to try and decipher the undecipherable, the unknowable, and create social standards so that we can live in a cohesive society.
Yeah.
And I think it has a great purpose for instilling solidarity for a lot of people. Like, I'm not anti-religion at all.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that, like, it has a use, and I feel like it also gives people's lives meaning. So in that sense, it's great if people, as long as they don't use cynically what their interpretation of religion is to harm others or to try and justify a set of standards that would limit people's liberties, then I'm fine. You can practice whatever you want, but I see religion more so as a tool.
Right. A tool for who? For what?
To instill some kind of social cohesion, to create like a set of rules, like you said.
That's true.
Right from wrong.
Yeah.
Best practices.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But-
also,
But that in itself, right? Yeah, is also an evidence, you could say, of God itself. Because if, say, is a form of like, it creates a set of rules and a social cohesion. Religion does. Then, if there was a God and there was a creator, that's what he would want. He would want there to be social cohesion. So he brings about this set of rules to bring social cohesion. So that same argument, which people say, I think religion is just this set of rules for social cohesion. Well, that would also be an argument for God existing as well.
I mean,
Do you know, that's the truth of it. You just got to look at this a little bit deeper.
I think it ultimately comes down to whether I can prove or disprove the existence of God, and I say I can't. So, I just chill.
Yeah.
That's the way I approach it.
I'm only asking all of this because obviously, like, you have such an influence over so many millions of people around the world with, your discourse and what you talk about. I've always wondered and I've always wanted to know, like, where do you get your moral compass that gives you your talking points, that gives you your positions, right? Because that's important. It's important to understand the thinking, where you get to this kind of stuff from. So,
The immortal science of Marxist-Leninism, dialectical and historical materialism, I think. But even then, I don't have any sort of like particular orthodoxy that I abide by. But if you are looking for like some kind of contextualization of like what I am as closely associated with as, then that's it. That's what I'm that's what I'm closest to in association,
Yeah. Fair play to you, Hasan, man.
What?
I said fair play to you.
Yeah. No, it's that's what I think. I mean, it's not like hardline rules to follow everything by. I think it's just like the best. I think it's the closest to like describing our reality, at least from my perspective.
Yeah.
But even then, it's not. I don't have any sort of dogmatic approach to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's like evidence to the contrary, then I would reconsider. Yeah.
Well, that's also a sign of intelligence as well. It's
Yeah.
intelligent people who can change their position when evidence is presented to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't change your position when evidence is presented to you, it shows a lack of emotional dysregularity, ego. So it takes someone with emotional maturity and intelligence to hold different ideas in their head.
I like a lot of the communal aspects of Islam, though, and it's not a secret that I think like growing up in a Muslim society has definitely influenced my.
Of course, it has.
My worldview.
Of course, it has.
Even though I would say, when I was growing up in Turkey, I was a edgy atheist. Like I was definitely like very anti-Islam.
And then you came over to a world that doesn't have Islam, and you suddenly began to realize
Well, I just saw the perception of Islam in the West, and I realized like, oh, it's different when like non-Muslims are doing this. But even then, I would say like one of the most significant political evolutions I've had, or worldview changes that I've had, was the hijab ban in Turkey. And Turks will get mad at me for saying this, but like when I was growing up, I thought it was icky. Like I like and weird that people were like wearing a hijab.
Yeah.
That was definitely the way that I saw it. And I thought Erdogan's like religious liberty arguments were silly. That it was trying to make society regress. But I just swallowed my piece of chicken. But only after I came to the Western world where I was like, yeah, it is kind of interesting that it was like laicite was forcibly applied to Turkish society.
So he tried to ban the hijab?
No, the hijab was banned.
Oh, okay.
The hijab was banned for Turkish women that were working in like public office, or like you were not allowed to wear a hijab in Turkey until like
That's wild.
until like Erdogan. That Erdogan used that resentment and anger to his advantage.
Yeah, I mean that's what. Yeah, it's crazy though to me. It's crazy how, you know, when you think about it, like it's men telling women how they should dress. That's what it comes down to, you know. And it's weird to me, like when people in the West say, you know, women shouldn't wear a hijab. We should ban the hijab or ban the niqab. I'm just like going, why are you trying to legislate in law an item of clothing that women have to remove? It's weird to me that you want women to remove an item of clothing. Just a very weird stance that I feel like, you know.
No, that was.
Are they more free when they're less clothed?
That was what made me reconsider it.
Yeah.
Where I was like, it does not make sense.
Yeah.
That I don't think women should be forced to wear the hijab, but if someone wants to wear the hijab, they shouldn't face scrutiny.
Yeah.
And any sort of repression.
Yeah. I mean, if a woman wants to do an OnlyFans,
yeah,
or wear a hijab, surely we're talking about women empowerment here, you know?
Yeah, they can do whatever. That's my.
So why are people so against women wearing a hijab? You know?
Yeah,
is it because women are taking themselves out of the sexual gaze of men when they wear a hijab, and men feel some type of way about that?
I don't know.
And I think you see that when you go to the West.
I don't know if it's necessarily perversion, but I think it's like if this offers someone a sense of comfort and they're not hurting anybody, I don't necessarily care if they're wearing whatever they're wearing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the real reason why there's an anti-hijab attitude is not because men are like so horny that they want to see every woman.
Yeah.
But instead, it's because it's like associated with Islam and they're Islamophobic. Here, that's your last one.
Yeah. I'm just giving myself a couple of minutes, a couple of minutes to breathe.
Damn, I thought you were a real eater. Taking breaks?
I'm taking a break, bro. Taking a break. I waited so long for the food that Hasan promised that he would get me that my stomach actually shrunk. And now I can't eat as much as I would like to eat.
Yeah, that was my master plan.
And you know, that's what I mean about Hasan. Like he ordered the food late, so I'd stay on the mic.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And entertain the audience while he kept going on regular pee breaks.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, man, it's weird because this is the first time I've ever done a stream, bro.
Yeah, you're worse than them. They time my piss breaks.
Really?
Yeah.
Who does that? Why are you guys doing that to him? Why are you timing his piss breaks? You do go pee a lot, bro. Have you ever thought maybe you have a UTI?
No, I get regular checkups. It's because I drink a lot of drink a lot of water and a lot of soda. It's a diuretic.
Okay. But I do think maybe we should just make sure you don't have a UTI.
Well, like I said,
does it sting at all?
No.
Okay.
I get frequent checkups.
Okay. Hey, listen, man, I'm just the doctor here. I'm just trying to make sure everyone's healthy. That's all I'm trying to do. But yeah, it's wild.
They make that assessment as well, and they're not doctors.
Oh, really?
No.
Hey, maybe
I've heard that in the chat before. I've literally... Now you got them going crazy. Because every single person that has said that now feels emboldened where they're like, see? A real doctor said it, even in jest.
It's because like they don't hear your pee, but I hear you pee, and it's a very weak stream as well. So I don't know if there's a prostate thing going on. I don't know, but I just think it's something that we really should.
I don't know how it works in Australia, but you're violating my HIPAA right now. There's a patient-doctor confidentiality.
I just think we just need to be. Yeah, listen, man, Hasan, I just want what's best for you, bro. I'm just saying you pee a lot and you've got a weak stream. That's all I'm saying. So
you know why? You want to know why? I'm not even remotely worried about this because I have pissed on camera and they know what my stream sounds like.
Yeah.
In front of like 70,000 people at DNC, I kept the mic on.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Or maybe you kept the mic on purpose to pretend that you had such a strong stream.
Yeah. And then
to squash the rumors.
And then I turned the sink.
Yeah, you turned the sink on.
Yeah.
Wow, man. I think he's been exposed, guys. He's been exposed.
Yeah.
Hasan's got some prostate problems going on.
Maybe. Wait, what were we talking about before?
We were talking about where you get your morality from. and then you explained it without really explaining it, because it didn't come down to the question of like, where does the morality come from? Because again, like I say, if there's no God and it's just a bunch of chemicals, and you can't assign morality to a bunch of chemicals because it's all just a change in the chemical composition, whether you feel good or you feel bad about doing something. So at the end of it all, there was no real, conclusive answer to what you were saying, which is fine. You don't need to have a conclusive answer. Like, you don't need to have this all figured out. This is what drives me crazy about these people that preach or whatever. Like, you don't need to have an answer to all of this, but you just need to be aware, So, it was just interesting to know where you got your morality from, because, you obviously have very principled positions on what you take. So it's interesting to know where you get these positions from, or how you come to those conclusions. Obviously, look, I'm a practicing Muslim, so I get my positions from being Muslim, and I feel that's okay. It's okay to do that. It's okay. Being a Muslim, guys, is okay. It's okay.
I think, for sure. I think that for a lot of people, it's just like, I guess the one aspect of, when I was younger, the one aspect of religion that I did not appreciate, that caused me to not be a religious person, was the dogmatic way of having to enforce things that were not like immediately provable. And I think that's literally like a starting point for a lot of people who like logic themselves out of religion.
Okay.
Also, this is a overwhelming majority atheist community.
But that's, you see, that's interesting that you say that, because that's not the religion that has that dogmatic thing. It's the people that are enforcing that religion. It's the people. And I think a lot of people
even
also...
the interpretation of it.
Yeah, the interpretation of it. And that's what I mean about, like, religion, especially in the modern world, is like, it gets a bad rap, but it's not the religion. It's the people that are the ambassadors for this religion.
That's 100% what I always say.
Yeah.
And I use chattel slavery as an example of this.
Right.
Because especially for Westerners, it's a great way to understand it, that religion is like a tool, even in like the most, if you're not a believer, right?
Right. Go on.
What I mean by this is the justification for chattel slavery had religious undertones. Like, people use Christianity and the Bible to justify chattel slavery, but so did the abolitionists. The abolitionists, through liberation theology, utilize many of the religious codes of conduct and scripture to ensure that people understood that this was unconscionable. This was an unconscionable cruelty. So that's the way I see it, and I think it's the most solid approach to this conversation in general, is to make sure that people don't take like an anti-religious stance across the board, or think less of people for being religious, or something that you normally see, especially on the internet, especially in like atheist circles.
Because I think for a lot of people, they seem to think that religion is the cause of all wars and stuff like that. But if you actually read the encyclopedia, it's something like 92% of the wars were started for non-religious issues, like land and resources. And if you look at
100% of all wars, there is no war that has ever been fought simply on religious grounds, even the Crusades. That's all bullshit. Religion is the galvanizing factor.
It galvanizes people. It. Yes, it is. It is.
See, what you're saying, historical materialism, you're teetering closely at the precipice of a socialist understanding of the world.
Well, look, one thing that I will say about socialism.
Who's proselytizing now?
One thing I will say about socialism.
It's never worked. No.
One thing I will say about socialism, right, is, especially in this society that we have, is these big corporations, right, whenever they go bust, right, the governments are so against socialism or socialist policies, right? Yeah. But when the big banks are about to go bust, or big businesses are about to go bust, we socialize their debt. We pay the taxpayer and we bail them out. But if you're going to lose your home, or you can't pay your bills for healthcare, then it's tough luck, pal. Everyone's got to fend for themselves. You made the wrong decisions. Blah 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 blah. There's no socialism for that.
No.
And to me, it just seems crazy to me that like people accept us socializing the debt of corporations while capitalizing on the debt of the average person. That's what's nuts to me, because it's not that America doesn't believe in socialism. It believes in socialism for a certain type of people, and those people are the corporations and the big 1%. They can be socialized. They can have their assets or their money and their debts all socialized, but their profits are personal and are personalized.
Yeah.
So-
It's not, well, that's not like, socialism isn't like redistributive policies in general. It still stems back to commodity production. But I mean, what you're saying is not wrong. You're right. The debt or all of the losses are socialized, whereas all the profits are privatized. They're kept in the hands of the few. But that is baked into the system, is what I mean. Also, a lot of people misunderstand what like Marx was writing about and think it's like best rules or best codes of conduct, when in fact it's actually simply observing and describing the function of the function of commodity production throughout history and also in society at the time within a dialectical framework, a master-slave dynamic, but instead of a master-slave dynamic, this dialectic between these two classes, broadly defined as two different classes: the ownership class and the working class, which would be the wage laborers as opposed to capital owners. And capital owners are constantly working at the behest of accumulating more capital. This is like that's the way they make money. That's the way they make their earning, I guess. That's the way they make their living. And these two classes are inherently, through their interests, are directly contradictory to one another. Like when you work anywhere, you want to work the least amount of hours for the most amount of pay. But your boss wants you to work the most amount of hours for the least amount of pay.
Yep.
It's just simple, right? It's not like this isn't like reinventing the wheel in any way, shape, or form. It's simply describing how this works, which is why I think like Marx's work was so important for the entire field of sociology in general, because a lot of what you learn in like sociology is heavily influenced by Karl Marx, but they don't just say it outright, I guess. They will, because it has such a negative stigma associated with it in capitalist society that they make it seem as though it's something entirely different.
I agree with you. I think any successful society, right? Because look, it's not, because here we have like this very extreme capitalist society, and all you see is the growth of inequality, and nothing ever works if you go for this one standard way of doing it, because societies are complicated. Societies have different needs. There's different population groups, and therefore you need a little bit of everything. So socializing things like healthcare and schooling, and making sure everyone has a roof over their head and everyone has healthcare. That's a form of socialism that I think even most right-wing Americans would want, but they get so indoctrinated in the word socialism, right? That they vote for things that are actually against their favor, which to me is, but that's why education is key, guys. That's why you should stay in school. Education is key. But even school has its problems as well. But look, just say, get yourself educated, people. You know what I mean? Read up.
Yeah. I mean, healthcare is like a given. I think it's you can expand on it. Did you try the horchata? I don't know. I don't think they brought the horchata. I think they didn't have it. But we got churros for him too. Also, he's already full.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's tired.
Look, I'm tired because I came off.
You did.
I came off like a 28 hours of flying.
That's crazy.
And I've come here, giving all my energy to But I'm covering quite a lot of ground here. I think we've done all right on the chat. You know what I mean? For my first time on the chat, I seem to be talking a lot. It's just I'm doing okay. I don't know what the people think.
Well, hold on. We got a little bit of an outage for a second.
Okay, what do people? What do you mean outage?
They press F when my internet goes down a little bit.
All right.
Welcome to the United States of America, by the way.
Okay.
Wealthiest nation on the planet. Our infrastructure is dog shit.
Okay. So just a question to all the listeners out there: how have I done so far today? Like, have I been a good guest with Hasan?
There might be a delay now. Hold on. Oh yeah, they see it. They're saying good now. Tell him we love him.
I can't read that. It's too fast.
Yeah.
Amazing. You've been fantastic. 10 out
Discussion
of
is
10.
so fire.
Dude, you are amazing.
Yeah, you did great.
Best guest. See that, Hasan? You should invite me on more often.
Whenever you're in town, man, pull up.
Maybe I'll come on tomorrow. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
See, his generosity ends there because now he knows if I come on tomorrow, he'd have to buy me dinner again tomorrow.
No.
See this, man. This is what I mean about Hasan, guys. He's, didn't even get me Ben & Jerry's. And I asked for Ben & Jerry's. He gave me some coupons. You saw that. He gave me some Ben & Jerry coupons. Gave me some coupons, guys. You all saw that.
I got you you need to try the churros.
I will try the churros. But this is the thing, Hasan, as well, right? Yeah, is like obviously I'm trying to get like Gaza out there. I'm trying to talk to people and stuff like that. But I don't know. Who do you think we should go on next? Like, who do you think I should do an interview with next? Or
Theo Vaughn, I think would be great.
Do you know Theo Vaughn we were messaging me and Theo Vaughn. He recently had on a doctor from Gaza, and I think like he's not going to do another one so quickly in advance. Like, that's what he told me. You know what I mean? Like,
I suggested Feroz back in the day to him.
Yeah.
When he was looking for someone to do that with.
Yeah.
But he was in the East Coast.
Yeah.
So,
because Theo did come and ask me, but I was in Australia. I said to him, "Look, I'll be in the US in a couple of weeks." But I think they wanted on a guest a little bit sooner. So
yeah.
Obviously we want to do a big show. But like, who shall I go for? Like, what about like things like Crystal Ball and people like? Do you have connections with them?
Yeah, of course.
Why don't you set me up with some interviews?
No, I got you. Yeah.
Set me up with some interviews while I'm here, because I'm...
No, people, after you did this, people will literally hit me up to be like, oh, how can you...
Because I want to get the support out. Actually, the Majority Report, they follow me, the guys from the Majority Report. And Sam Cedar, I love the guy, man.
Yeah,
I'd love to do something with him. He's amazing.
They would love to have you on, 100%.
Like, who are based in LA that I could go to in LA?
None of these guys are in LA. Everyone's in...
Who's in LA?
Ooh,
tell me who's in LA.
The Podjons, the former Obama people that do Pod Save America.
Let's get on Pod Save America.
I can text them.
Text them. Just tell them you've got this big, handsome.
They'll probably, like I said, they'll probably see this. When I do these sorts of interviews, like people hit me up afterwards.
Really?
To be like, oh, can we get connected? Like when I interviewed this 19-year-old Rashid Al-Haddad from Yemen.
Yeah.
Who was dubbed Tim Houthi Chalamet.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And everybody thought, myself included, that he was a Houthi. He wasn't. He's just like a random teenager.
Yeah.
But when I interviewed him, I had like every media outlet being like, how did you secure that? Can we please get him on?
Yeah.
Like New York Times was reaching out to try to get to try to do an interview.
Guys, we are trying to get a children's hospital in Gaza. I need to get the message out there. I need to get as many interviews as possible. I need to get this done. So, Hasan, if you can help a brother out.
Oh, 100%.
If you can help a brother out here, all I'm trying to do is just represent my people.
Yeah.
If you want to elevate Palestinian voices, Hasan. But if you don't want to elevate Palestinian voices, that's your prerogative, Hasan.
I'm not really about that. Yeah. But whatever shows that you want to be on, tell me and I'll set it up. Sweet. Like I'll ask them. I don't know. It's not.
Yeah, you can ask them. Why isn't there any of these shows in LA? I don't get it. Like LA is like the progressive place. Why aren't any of these left wing shows here in LA?
All the news media is in New York, with the exception of the Pod Save America boys. They live here, but everyone else is in New York. Are you going to New York at all?
Well, we were thinking about heading down to New York.
You should definitely, if you want to do media, if you want to get on all these shows, you got to go to New York.
Yeah.
And then Mehdi is in.
Where's Mehdi in? Yeah.
He is in DC, I think.
Yeah, man. Mehdi, where are you, brother? Where are you, brother, bro?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? He's interviewed all these non-Palestinian doctors, but won't interview a Palestinian doctor. Mehdi, I'm disappointed, Mehdi.
There aren't that many Palestinian doctors.
There aren't many Palestinian doctors that went to Gaza.
Yeah.
There's only a few of us. There's literally a handful of us.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important that we elevate Palestine. It doesn't have to be my voice. There's an amazing...
No, I interview Palestinians in Gaza all the time.
Yeah.
I'm saying like,
But the ones that like go into Gaza, the Palestinians that go into Gaza and come out, they're the voices that we need to elevate as well. We need to elevate their voices. There's this amazing like ER doctor called Ahmed, who's a Palestinian emergency physician as well here. I think he's based in Maryland. You should have him on the show.
I'd love
to. He's a USA based ER doctor. He's amazing, man. He's the man.
Who else?
Yeah,
you can go on Bradley Martin.
I could do Bradley Martin. I mean, look, I don't want to.
Well, he just.
I don't want to embarrass the guy by outlifting him and then going on his show. You know what I mean? The fitness
you think
influencer.
You can outlift him?
Probably not right now. I mean, I haven't trained in the gym in like 5 months.
I mean, I've lived it with him. He's a fucking monster.
Well, I can shoulder press like 70 kg dumbbells. Kg dumbbells in each arm.
70 kg?
Yeah, 70 kg in each arm.
That is fucking insane. No, but I don't. What the fuck? What's your deadlift? Do you not deadlift a lot?
You know what?
Like, what was it at your peak? Because I know his deadlift. I've deadlifted with him.
I don't know. I think at my peak, my deadlift was like around 300 kg.
I don't even know what that converts to because I use pounds now. I forgot the metric system.
I don't know. Maybe that'd be like 660 pounds.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, like, I was playing professional sports. I wasn't lifting to just lift.
No, I know.
But like, my bench was like 210 kilos.
210 kilos?
Yeah, 210 kilos.
That's psychotic. You might actually, I don't know. You might actually.
But like I can't do that right now. I can't lift those numbers right now.
No.
Because I haven't. One, I went to Gaza and then didn't eat properly for like however many weeks.
Yeah.
And two, since I've come back, I've not lifted. And ever since I got injured, like 2-3 years ago, I've not really lifted that much. I do a lot more boxing and stuff like that. But like, I can still bench and shoulder quite a lot. But yeah, no, I haven't trained in months. I would not want to train or lift right now because I would embarrass myself. But there's definitely videos. I got videos of me lifting.
When we're in Michigan, we gotta lift. You gotta go. You gotta come with me and hang out with another doctor.
Yeah, man. I'm keen, man. I'm keen. I love that kind of stuff. I love lifting. But like I say, I used to play professional sports, and that was my thing. So I would always lift for
Someone said
functionality.
460 bench.
Yeah.
Your bench is like double my bench. I mean, not my PR, but
yeah.
Like I can barely put up 230 for like I can't do it for like a convincing 10 any longer.
I don't know what I can do right now. Like right now, I am not very strong, but yeah, because I haven't lifted in months, and I haven't eaten well in months, and I've been super stressed out trying to do this and not sleeping and all the rest of that kind of stuff. But I've never taken steroids. I've done this without steroids. That's why, like, I'm quite confident, like when I walk into the gym, because I'm just like, compared to a lot of guys, like I've not taken any gear, so I go in there knowing that I'm stronger than most guys on gear.
Yeah, I mean you're around the same strength as Bradley, I think, if not stronger.
Yeah, but I couldn't lift those numbers right now. No way, no way, Jose. Because look, because like again, like when you do this naturally as well, you've got to, because look, it's not like I'm saying this and I'm shredded with a 6-pack. I'm not, because it's natural. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm carrying a bit of excess weight around the gut because I'm trying to lift heavy. But obviously, a minute now, like I'm just not lifting heavy at all. I really want to get back into it. That's going to be my.
Well, the reason why I suggested Bradley is because he just did an interview with Gym Rat in Gaza.
Yeah, the Gym Rat in Gaza. Yeah. Why not bring on the beast from the Middle East?
Yeah,
Bradley.
Yeah, that he'd probably be down to do it. I think. How tall? You're like we're around the same height.
I'm 6'2". I think 6'2", 6'2 and a half, something like that. 6'2". Just
being pro Palestine gives you monster power. I wish that was real, bro, because it has not given me monster power. Let me tell you. Maybe I'm not sufficiently pro Palestine. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's why. All right. You want to try the churro?
Yeah, man. Let's do the churros.
All right. I'm gonna throw this out. All right, you got a churro with caramel and chocolate over there.
Okay, let's get this.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this stuff out real quick. You You do a taste test, and then I think my mom and your friend want some too. That's the caramel, and then it's the Nutella.
Okay. I'm going to go chocolate first, guys.
All right.
Nutella first.
It's good. I mean, it's probably cold now, so it's not as good as it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm just making sure it's not poison, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, it's gotta be warm. I mean, it's good, but it's not as good because it's not warm.
It's soft. It's soft. It's soft on the inside.
Yeah, it's crunchy on the out.
It's how you want your men. You want them hard exterior, but soft on the inside. Soft and gooey.
Yeah. Did Hasan just double dip? Yeah. What do you mean, bro? We're brothers now. It's all good. Wow, you've been double dipping too.
We have.
Who cares? What do you mean? Hold on. Let me throw this out.
Welcome back to Dr. Mo's show.
Are you gonna finish the churros with my mom?
No. Let them have it. Let her and Aaron have the. I'm just talking to my people out there. You know what I mean? Welcome them back to my show.
Yeah. It's your show now.
Cheers, everyone. The Dr. Mo Show. What I thought we would talk about today on the Dr. Mo Show is how do you know if you've had a good bowel motion? I think it's very, very important that we know what a good bowel motion is. And I think that's why on Dr. Mo's first episode, we should talk about what makes a good bowel motion.
Oh, I talk about my bowel motions all the time.
Perfect. Hasan, tell me what makes a good bowel motion and I'll tell you.
Are we talking about like what's a good poop? It's like you need to have a decent amount of fiber, but like not too much, but also not too little. And it needs to like the best bowel motion is like the one that passes smooth, with very little separation, right?
Okay.
Or but it's not like it's not super soft, but it's not super hard either, and it looks like kind of brown.
I mean, I've never heard such a political answer for what poo should look like.
Wait, what do you mean? That's like, isn't it correct?
You've literally just said everything. You've said it should be hard, but not too hard. Soft, but not too soft.
Yeah, it's like perfect because like if it goes too
Like,
soft,
I
then
don't
it's
know
like,
whether I was
it's
talking
diarrhea.
to Hasan or Pete Buttigieg after he's asked about Israel.
Okay, all I'm saying is,
Who was I? Do you know
all I'm
what I
saying
mean?
is it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be too soft because then it's diarrhea, and then it like turns into pissing out of your ass, and it's like extreme diarrhea.
Wow.
And it's not supposed to be like piece by piece, like it's goat poop.
Right. Okay.
So it has to be like one big.
You're very knowledgeable in this area.
Yeah, I have it down to a science. I poop at the same time twice in the morning. Once before I drink coffee, once after I drink coffee. Every day. Unless I change my
Is the coffee what's making you poo?
I mean I poop before the coffee too.
Yeah, but is that what's making you poo the second time?
I assume maybe like my metabolism starts kicking in. Partially, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is it? Is it not the coffee? I feel like you're asking a trick question.
So you do have this built-in reflex that when you eat, the stretching of the stomach wall actually it loops in and it causes this reflex with your bowels and it opens your bowels or it allows you to open your bowels to move poo out because the body now knows food is coming in, so it moves the poo out. So that's why when people eat, they feel like they need to go to the toilets right after they eat.
Huh.
It's a reflex. It's a built-in reflex.
I don't ever feel like I need to go to the toilet after I eat in the middle of the day, though.
Really?
Yeah, no. I only feel like I need to go to the bathroom in the morning. What's the healthy number of poops in one day?
So it really depends on the person. There's no actual set healthy amount. For some people, pooing once every 6 days is normal for them, and that's healthy for them.
What?
Yeah, there's some people that are like that. Some people, for them, pooing twice a day is normal. obviously things can get not normal. But by the way, that reflex that I was telling you about, it's the gastrocolic reflex. The gastrocolic reflex. So you can Google that. You can have a little read about it.
I'm in awe that there are people out there living on this planet and they just hold that shit in for 6 days.
There are some people that poo once a week, and that's normal for them.
How are they not bloated all the time?
They don't get bloated. You know, it's like Michael Phelps. Like Michael Phelps, when they would test his blood after he'd go swimming, like his lactic acid levels would be, I think it was either really high or really low. But it must
be really low, right? Because
because some of the Olympic
lactic
swimmers,
acid is where you get the pain.
Yeah, so lactic acid, it's acidosis. But for some of these swimmers, they can tolerate a level of lactic acidosis that would kill you and me. You know, if I had somebody come into the emergency department and they were in septic shock and they had a lactic acid of like 15, 20 or whatever, we'd be like, that's just not computable with life, right? Yeah. Or they'd be really, really sick. But some of these Olympic swimmers can have a lactic acid level of like 20 and still be able to swim. Others can swim like a whole marathon and have a lactic acid just like what me and you would have if we had a small jog. So actually what they found was, and this is what I mean about the Olympics, is like they genetically is really what defines you whether you're an Olympian or not. The way that your body deals with lactic acid is really defines whether you can do long distance or not, is how your body copes with the lactic acid.
Wow.
Because we're all going to produce that lactic acid, but can you cope with higher levels of lactic acid in your body and still be able to run and have control over your muscles? Or are you able to quickly get rid of the lactic acid so you can keep going for longer? And that's a genetic advantage, but that's what all the sport is. You know, we don't look at that from the chemical level of Olympians. We look at things like someone's reach, their height, their weight, their speed. That's how we look at an athlete and we go those things. But there are actually those internal processes that really define you more like of what an athlete is. That's why you see some people who just don't look athletic at all, but they're absolute machines.
I'm still thinking about the person that's holding shit in their body for 6 days. I'm not going to lie. You cooked me with that one. When I found there are human beings that just have so much dookie in their body.
Yeah.
Walking around me at any given moment. I feel like you accidentally bump into them, they're going to shit their pants. Like I don't.
Yeah, a good punch to the stomach.
If I went for 2 days without pooping, I'd sneeze and I would just let it out.
Like I say, it's not normal that it's a high number, but I'm saying for some people, it's normal for them to poo once a week. But if you're only pooing once a week, then you really need to go see a doctor and just find out whether that is actually normal or not. Just FYI. I'm not saying it's normal.
I used to go every 2 weeks when I was a kid. What the fuck?
Yeah. There are some people that were like, especially kids. So more so kids than adults, right? Yeah, when they're still developing their bowels and they're still developing their their gastric system. For some of them, yeah, it'd be like once a week they would poo. Kids once a week, once every couple of weeks.
What's the body doing with it? Like, how is your stomach and your intestinal tract just like more powerful?
Well, it can get really bad, especially for people that don't poo very often, right? Because it sits in the colon and then water is just constantly reabsorbed. So it becomes very, very hard and it becomes very difficult for them to actually poo because the water has been reabsorbed so much that it becomes really hard. So that's why, like, for a lot of these people, they have such problems, these once a weekers, some of them, that you have to use suppositories. Yeah, you have to use suppositories literally to get the bowel to push it out.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the conversation, Dr. Mo's bowels conversation. There's a lot more we could talk about with bowels, guys. You know, there's a lot.
It's very important.
It is very important. I think we should maybe have a whole day about this.
But I do gotta do some other stuff now. So now that I've fed you, thank you so much for coming on and spending so much time with us. This was amazing.
Thank you for having me, man. I don't really want to finish on the poop talk. I feel like we can finish on something else.
We can finish on whatever you want to talk about.
Whatever I want to talk about.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about? We did everything. We did religion.
No. Hang on a sec. There's one thing.
Okay.
There's one thing that I really want to talk about.
All right.
And I don't know whether these people want to hear about it, but I think this is one. Hasan, is there like a special somebody in your life? Are you like in love? Have you ever been in love? Like talk to me here.
I have, yeah. I mean, I don't talk about my private life though on camera.
Oh, you don't talk about whether you...
No.
I was going to say because I got married.
I heard about this story.
Yeah. I would say like it's just crazy where you find love.
Yeah. How you want to tell people? I heard you were talking about it. She was holding it light. I don't want to ruin it. Go ahead. You do it. You explain it. It's beautiful.
Man, oh God, look, I'll keep it brief, Aaron, because I know you want me to leave, right? Yeah, I can see
No. I was supposed to play a game with a bunch of other content creators at 4, and they pushed it back to 5 so that we could continue talking.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Well, look, when you go to Gaza and you're working at the hospitals there's a lot of the doctors have compassion fatigue, right? And it's because they see so many dead people coming in that like when there's a mass casualty event, they're not running like, as me and you would be if we were to see all of this, because they're just so used to it. They're exhausted emotionally and mentally and physically. There was one doctor that I kept seeing that would just, no matter what would happen, she would always be going to these mass casualty events. She would always give 100% to every patient. And it's difficult when there's no medicine. I remember just thinking to myself, like, how does this person have this much level of compassion in a war zone like this? Like, to still, to this day, 2 years on, still have this level of compassion. And that blew me away. It blew me away. And I I had to inquire about who she was. Mm-hmm. And, we went down the whole traditional way. Like, I asked the head of the hospital, I was like, there's this girl. What do I do? And he went, oh, I know her father. So I ended up talking to her father. Then the father talked to her. And then she came with her father all the way from the north to the south, walking in the middle of a war zone to come meet me and see me. And we got down and we got chatting. And she's amazing, man. I am the luckiest guy in the world. And do you know what the crazy thing is about this story? I've not said this actually before to anyone right now. Obviously, there's a lot to this story. I'm only giving you a brief thing. But my father, obviously, who was born in Gaza, but when he was a kid, he was hit with like a rock on his head and he fell into a coma. Mm-hmm. And the hospital that he was in a coma in, they had to do like a tracheostomy. They had to cut through his throat to put a breathing tube in. And that hospital was the Baptist hospital in Gaza. And that's where I met her, at the Baptist hospital. On the same wards where my father was treated.
Wow.
And I felt like it was just such a full circle moment that I was this refugee, never been to Gaza or anything like that. And the moment that I come back, it's the place where my dad's life was saved, that I met this woman.
Wow.
And I just think it's such a Palestinian story of like this was the place that has so much despair, this hospital room, this ER, where so many people have died. And it was in that ER that I saw her and I met her, and that's where we had, our moment. So, subhanAllah, like I just believe that like these are this is what it is to be Palestinian. You live in between hope and despair. Hope at hope at that particular moment, but despair at what's going on around you. And that's what I feel like the Palestinian story is. And that was the story of me and her, like the hope and the despair, the place where my father was kept alive and it saved his life. That was the same place that I met my wife, and the despair at the death and the destruction going on in this place. But yet there was so much hope that came out of this hospital. Not only did it save my father's life, but it also where I met my wife. Yeah, it's just, yeah, man.
Wow,
I'm a lucky guy.
Incredible. That's an amazing story. And she wasn't one of the Palestinians that came from outside of Palestinian diaspora. She's like from Gaza.
She's from Gaza, yeah.
Originally, what part of
Gaza
Palestine?
City.
Oh, so she's OG Gaza.
She is as OG Gaza as it gets.
Yeah.
She's amazing, man. She's amazing. She's such an amazing person. And I'm so lucky.
And she's still working right now?
She's still working right now, yeah. We're trying to get her out, obviously, and it's really dangerous. But, man, it's just, it's hard, man, because sometimes we lose signal, when the tanks surround the area that she's in, and you just don't know if she's going to answer the phone again or not. So it's been tough, man. It's been a tough few months since I got out, but I'm the luckiest guy in the world, and she's amazing. And that's one thing that they'll never ever be able to break from us Palestinian people, is that no matter how much they betray us, we love deeply. So love will always win, love will conquer. So that's the message I want to leave everyone on. Thank you everyone for having me on the stream.
Thank you for
Hasan.
coming on. And where can people find you? And what do you want to promote before we let you go?
Follow me on Instagram, Beast from the _Middle East. Hopefully we'll have some announcements soon to like try and get this hospital, trying to get some big backers to start fundraising for the hospital and stuff.
Do a fundraiser for that.
Yeah, man, it'd be amazing if we get this children's hospital in. But hopefully we want to get like a big organization behind it, so the Israelis don't ban it or come up with a whole load of stuff. So that's why we're working really hard to get this set up properly and get government backings and stuff like that to make this as foolproof as possible, so we can get this to work and we can get this hospital into Gaza. And once we get it into Gaza, hopefully we can start helping all of these kids and these orphan children, and we could have a system in place. Like, we're working on all of this behind the scenes of a system of how to deal with the orphans, on the children with missing limbs, on the children with psychological problems. Like, we are trying to do this all, you know what I mean? And, like I say, I'm just a doctor. I'm not I've never done anything like this before, but that's what the genocide does to you all.
Yeah.
You all become something that you're not.
Yeah.
And
we'll link up with Miss Rachel too.
Yeah, man. I reached out to Miss Rachel. She follows me on Instagram. I reached out to Miss Rachel and I said to her, it'd be such an honor, like when we open the hospital, she comes and she cuts the ribbon, and we have her there, when we open it. But it will happen. I reached out to the indigenous community in Australia as well. And I said, like, when we do it, we'll get some of the indigenous Australians to come and do a welcome to country, as they open up the hospital. So, listen, man, it's going to be beautiful. That hospital is going to be a symbol of hope for all of Gaza and for all those children. It's going to be a symbol to the whole world. We're going to get all the indigenous people to come over there. We're going to get the Maoris to come and do the haka, the Aboriginal people to come do the welcome to country. We're going to get everybody there, and it's going to be a symbol of hope for the whole world. Of like, this is what indigenous people are. This is what we are. And we are all better united, and we're stronger united. And I think that's the message, really, is that we're going to be united in this. And it's the humanity of the children. That's something that they can't deny, no matter how much they hate us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Hasan.
This was amazing. This was an amazing experience.
No, thank you, man.
Thank you for taking the time out after traveling for so long.
You're all
to
good,
come
man.
here and
thanks for having me on
and have me torment you.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
All right,
I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible guest. How fortunate we are